Just wait on Yah. I must wait on Yah. Just wait on Yah. Just wait on Yah. Just wait on Yah. I must wait on Yah. Just wait on Yah. Just wait on Yah. Just wait on Yah.
Yah is my light and my salvation. Yah is the strength of my life. Who shall I be afraid of? Even when the wicked came up, enemies aimed to eat up my flesh, but stumble and fell. Though a host that camp against me, they in trouble as well. The war rise against me, I will be confident. My Yah is with me in the secret of your tabernacle. Please hide me quickly. One thing I desire is to dwell in the house of the highest. Behold his beauty in his temple, inquire, lift my head higher, and offer sacrifices and joy. I'll sing praises. Please hear me when I cry with my voice. Say seek your face, I said your face I must seek. Facing the east, praising your name in the place where you placed it to be. Patient and meek, I won't complain when I seek. If all forsake me, please Yahweh, save me a seat. Oh Elohim, teach me your way and lead me in the path that's plain. Please do not deliver me to the will of my enemies and false witnesses who always speak critically. I would have fainted unless I believed to see the goodness of Yahweh in the land of the living. So I'm waiting, just be of good courage and heal, strengthen your heart. You gotta wait on Yah, that's all I'm saying. Before whatever you start it off by praying. Before a flower grow, you gotta water the plants. Just cause you wait on Yah, that don't mean don't start on your plans. Wait on Yah.
Just wait on Yah. Just wait on Yah. I must wait on Yah. Just wait on Yah. Just wait on Yah. Just wait on Yah. I must wait on Yah. Just wait on Yah. Just wait on Yah. Just wait on Yah.
You can move all you want, but you know what you're going to find? Adversity. That's not going to change. Because you still got to eat and sleep every single day. And Yahweh is the one vexing you. You think it's somebody else, but it's Yahweh vexing you. And you refuse to humble yourself to Yahweh. So it's easy to say, man, you vexing me. Because now I still don't got to humble myself. But when you say, Yahweh's vexing me, what you got to do? You got to get low. You got to humble yourself. But you refuse to humble yourself, so you just point the finger at everybody else that's vexing you. It's you that's bringing me this problem. It's you that's bringing me this trouble. It's you that's bringing me down. Well, what about Yahweh?
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. For Yahweh is righteous, Yahweh is holy, and let Yahweh be magnified. Shalom, shalom. I am Moray Naphtali, here with you once again to bring you nothing but the truth. And this truth is beyond the shadow of a doubt, the words of Yahweh. And who is this Yahweh? Yahweh is the creator. He's the creator of the heavens, the earth, the seas, and all that in them is. He created good and evil. He created darkness and light. Praise the mighty Yah. I like to praise Yahweh for giving me this great blessing, affording and awarding me such a great opportunity as this is, to be able to indulge in this great sacrifice, even the sacrifice of righteousness, even the sacrifice of the knowledge of Elohim. And I like to praise Yahweh also at this moment for all those who will indulge with me. Praise the mighty Yah. We have another prepared, inspired program for you tonight, even the night of this 6th day. Praise the mighty Yah, going into the Shabbat tomorrow. And as we know, we don't celebrate tonight as a Sabbath. And I spoke wrong last week because I taught on last 6-day night, and I made a mistake in my words. The night, although this is a preparation night, this night is not a part of the Shabbat. This night is not even attached to the 7th day. This is the night of the 6th day, because the days come before the night. All over the book, the Almighty put day before night. He put light before darkness. And that's a whole nother subject. But I praise Yahweh for this preparation night. I praise Yah that we all are here to see the light of the blessed day tomorrow. Hallelujah. Tonight we're dealing with exceeding great reward. Praise Yahweh for the programs this past week, which was very awesome. And Moreh Obadiah last night, dealing with all the benefits. Forget not all the benefits of the Almighty Yah. And we're always lined up and in tune with one another. Although we might not even prepare and speak about these subjects all the time together, but when we come and teach, you will see that the Almighty is directing our spirits to be right on the same page. But this subject of exceeding great reward, and as these three words, exceeding, then you have great and reward. This subject is just as powerful as the words are themselves. Let's get right into it. We're going to start at the book of Genesis, the 15th chapter. And it reads, after these things, the word of Yahweh came unto Abram in a vision, saying, fear not, Abram, I am thy shield and thy exceeding great reward. And I love the inspiration brought by Moreh Shia, my father, on when he dealt with the shield, and he used King David to open up the conversation of this shield, because we always talk about the shield of David, and people don't realize, like our Moreh pointed out, the shield of David is actually Yahweh. And so we don't attribute to any stars or any images for our protection, our shielding, our blessing. No, we look to Yahweh. And the Almighty told us our shield and our protection is his word. That's why he said, I am a shield and a buckler to them that put their trust in me. And when you put your trust in Yah, you put your trust in every single word that Yahweh will say. And that's how you trust in the Almighty. You have no other way. How can you show that you trust the Almighty? How can you invest in the trust of the Almighty? What is the trust of the Almighty, and how does it look? Well, we trust the Almighty by trusting his words. And when you trust his words, that means you believe in his words, and his word is everything to you. It's your life because he said it's your life. It's your blessing because he said it's your blessing. It's your reviving, your refreshing because he said it's your reviving and your refreshing. And you believe it. You know it. You understand it. And therefore now it becomes your shield. But this thy exceeding great reward. My goodness. This is how Yahweh spoke to our father. I'm your shield. I'm your protection. And I'm also your exceed. I'm not just a reward. I'm not just a great reward. I'm thy exceeding great reward. And what is it about this Abraham and why he would have this kind of blessing in the way, in the eyes, in the heart of the Almighty? What is it about Abraham that he would have such a blessing bestowed on him where Yahweh would come to him in a vision and tell him, I'm your shield and exceeding great reward? Let's look at this a little bit further. It says, and Abram said, Yahweh Elohim, what would thou give me, seeing I go childless? Is not this one of your rewards? The sons, the daughters, the children? And yes, it is. He said, listen, my exceeding, I go childless. The steward of my house is this Eleazar of Damascus. And Abram said, behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is my heir. And then he says, and behold, the word of Yah came unto him. That's all Yahweh has to do with his servants, is send his words. And once we see his word, then we know that we got the gold. We know that we have the answer. We know that now the path is clear, the vision is clear, and there is no questions no more. Because now the word of Yahweh has come. And look what it says. Saying, this shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thy own bowels shall be thine heir. And he brought him forth abroad and said, look now towards the heaven. I want you to look at the heaven, son, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, so shall thy seed be. Because Yahweh is what Yahweh is doing with Abram, he told him. He said, fear not, Abram. You don't have nothing to fear at all. You don't even have to fear this vision, because I come to you in peace. I come to you packaged as not only a shield, I come to you as thy exceeding great reward. And I know what you don't have. I know you don't have a child, but I'm your exceeding great reward. You don't have to worry about not having a child. You don't have to fear what you feel that you lack and that you're going to leave this earth one day and don't even have an heir. You don't have to fear nothing. Because with me, you have everything. You have shield and you have the most exceeding great reward. Look at the heavens. Let me show you how exceeding great reward I am to you, son. Look at these heavens and see if you can number those stars. Well, that's how many sons you're going to have. That's your seed. That's your children, your sons and daughters. It's going to be so vast that you can't even number it. Wow. See, Yahweh is the exceeding great reward. And you have to ask yourself, what kind of reward are you laboring for? What kind of reward are you striving and working for? What kind of reward are you putting your life on the line for? When you wake up and get up out that bed, what is your reward that you want? And look what it says in the 6th verse. And he believed in Yahweh. He believed in Yah. Here it is, a man as old as he is, have no sons, no children at all. And Yahweh telling him to look at the stars and said, this is your seed. This is how your seed is going to be, as the stars of heaven for multitude. And in the normal mind, you can't even fathom this. You can't even imagine this, that I'm going to have so many children. It's going to be like the stars for the multitude. They can't even be numbered. And it says he believed in Yah, and Yahweh counted it to him for righteousness. Because Yahweh loved righteousness. Yahweh knew that when he told his son these words, he knew when the word came to Abram that he would believe him anyway. Because his whole life he's believed in the Almighty. His whole life he's been walking with the Almighty. And he's been waiting on the Almighty. This is why when Yahweh come to him in his vision, he said, my Yah, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless? He's been waiting for this moment. He could have went and got himself a child. He could have went and got a second wife, third wife, fourth wife. He could have went and did whatever he wanted to do. But what he chose to do is wait on Yahweh. That's what he chose to do, because he believed in the Almighty. And Yahweh said, I count it to him for righteousness. And most of us are not righteous. And the reason why we're not righteous, the underlying reason why we're not righteous, is because we do not believe in the Almighty Yahweh. We don't believe in our Elohim. We don't believe in our Maker. We do not believe in the Creator. You don't believe in him. This is why he's not your reward. He's not your exceeding great reward. He's not what you're laboring for. He's not what you're praying for. He's not what you're crying and bleeding and sweating for. You don't want none of him. You want everything else. You want the other rewards. But you don't want this exceeding great reward. You don't believe in the Almighty. Look what it says in Genesis, the 26th chapter. And if you say, listen, well, I want to be like Abraham. I want Yahweh to be my exceeding great reward. I want him to be my shield. And I want Yahweh to be my exceeding great reward. Well, you're going to have to be like Abraham then. Did not Yahweh tell us in the book of Isaiah, the 51st chapter, seek ye that seek Yah and following out the righteousness, look to Abraham, the rock from whence she was hewn. Look to Sarah, the hole of the pit from whence she was dug. These are the ones that set the standards. And when you look at the standard, they believed in the Almighty. Abram believed in Yah. And it says in Genesis, the 26th chapter, Genesis 26:2. Yahweh appeared unto him and said, go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and I will bless thee, for unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries. And I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father. I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven. Can you imagine this? So you can't really, you have to put your mind on the Almighty. You got to start paying attention to the Almighty. That's why they got these movies out here and all these distractions out here, so you won't look at the Almighty. But the Almighty wants you to look past this smoke, past this vanity, and behold him. And when you start looking at the Almighty, you say, my goodness, we dealing with something so excellent, so great and grand, we should be willing to drop anything for him. Because what is it that he cannot do? And he can do more than what you can even ever imagine in a million years. He says, I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven. I will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. This was how righteous, this is how blessed, this is how much Yahweh loved Abraham. Because Yahweh chose Abraham. And he's the one that set the stage for the rest of us. And you have righteous patriarchs before Abraham. But the Almighty used Abram to bring about his holy seed. It says, because that Abraham obeyed my voice, he obeyed my voice. That's what he did. He kept my charge. When I charged him to do something, he didn't wait. He didn't put it off. He didn't put it on the back burner. My charge was the most important thing and his priority. Anytime I gave him a charge, son, I want you to go ahead and, I know you've been waiting for a son, and you finally got him, but I want you to sacrifice him. And I know I told you I was going to make a covenant with him and bless him, but I need you to sacrifice him. And when he charged him with that charge, he got up early, the beginning of the day, and went to handle business. And you don't hear about him crying. He didn't try to go and put his own desires first and spend a day with his son and let me get a last moment with my son. He didn't do none of that because this man believed in the Almighty. And he know that Yahweh is my exceeding great reward. What is a son if I don't have Yah? What is a daughter if I don't have my Yah? What is a wife if I don't have my Yah? What is anything if I don't have Yahweh? So what? I'm going to kill this boy because Yahweh told me to. And I kill him. Yahweh can bring him back to life. And then Yahweh can give me 1,000 more of him. There's nothing I should be holding back from the Almighty when everything comes from him. But we want to hoop and holler and cry over tithes and cry over this and cry over that. Did you see Abraham crying when Yahweh told him to sacrifice your son, your only son? Your blessed son? No. He kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. That's why. This is why we chosen, because of Abraham. Yahweh told us that, let's go to the book of Psalms, the 18th chapter. Let's go to this inspiration. All the righteous that was in tune with the Almighty. All of them. They already knew. They had no doubt in their mind and heart that that's all Yahweh is. Yahweh is nothing but an exceeding great reward. He's an exceeding great reward. And here it is. We will spin our wheels in the mud for vanity. Psalms, the 18th chapter. Look what it says. In the 19th verse. He brought me forth also unto a large place. He delivered me because he delighted in me. You have to ask yourself, do you think the Almighty delights in you? Well, it's an easy way to answer that question. You have to ask yourself, do you delight in Yah? And if you truly delight in the Almighty, where Yahweh is your delight, I mean, your bank account is in the negative. Your bills is behind. And certain things you might want, you don't have. But for some reason, you still happy. For some reason, you still trucking and making things happen. You still working for the Almighty, showing up for the Almighty. Ask yourself, do you really delight in the Almighty? And be honest with yourself. And if you do, there's a very high possibility, there's a very high chance that you are someone that Yahweh delights in. And if Yahweh delights in you, oh my goodness, there is no other better place to be than in the position and in the seat and the place and the shoes that Yahweh delights in you. It says, in the 19th verse, he brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me because he delighted in me. Yahweh rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands has he recompensed me. Yeah, Yahweh is always rewarding. That's what he do. He's an exceeding great reward, and he always have a reward for righteousness. But Yahweh don't just reward righteousness. Yahweh reward wickedness too. He's an exceeding great reward. And your reward can either be the reward of the wicked, or your reward can be the reward of the righteous. And it says further, the 20th verse, Yahweh rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands have he recompensed me. For I have kept the ways of Yahweh, and have not wickedly departed from my Elohim. For all his judgments were before me, and I did not put away his statutes from me. I don't care how hard life got. I don't care how dark it got, and how dark it actually gets, and how dark and bad it might feel and is. I'm not about to depart from Yahweh's statutes, because we have to come to the understanding of this. What it says in the book of Psalms, the 19th chapter. But before I read that, let's read this. All his judgments were before me, and I did not put away his statutes from me. I was also upright before him, and I kept myself from mine iniquity. As our great Moray was pointing out, your iniquity. This is where you have to put your mind to. You have to put your mind to purging your iniquity. Because it's your iniquities that will separate you from your inheritance, which is Yahweh. Your iniquity is what will separate you from your creator, which is Yahweh. Your iniquity is what will separate you from your Elohim, your Father. It's going to separate you from your exceeding great reward. It's your iniquities. But are we putting our mind to our iniquities? Well, a lot of us, we're not putting our mind to it. And the reason why is because we don't have a high, heavy interest in being with the Almighty. He's not the exceeding great reward that we're laboring after. So our iniquities don't mean nothing to us. So what if it separates me from the Almighty? I'm not really trying to be with him anyway. I'm not trying to be too close to the Almighty anyway. But it says, therefore has Yahweh recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his eyesight. With the merciful, thou wilt show thyself merciful. With the upright man, thou wilt show thyself upright. And this is why we're trying to invest in the mercies of the Almighty on a whole nother level. But a false balance is an abomination. Mercy starts within before it goes out. And so we have to have mercy at home. We have to have mercy in our families. And then Yahweh said, now draw your soul out. Draw your soul out. But look what it says in Psalms, the 19th chapter. This is what we have to come to the understanding of. That way, we would keep ourselves from our iniquities. And we would start putting our stock and energy in the right investments. And that's the statutes and judgments of the Almighty. Look what it says. Psalms, the 19th chapter, verse 1. The heavens declare the glory of Elohim. The firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. And it's uttering, Yah is great. It's uttering, Yah is magnificent. That's all the day and the night. That's all they have to say is that Yah is great. Look how great and grand Yahweh is. Every single day, every single night. There is no speech, no language where their voice is not heard. Their line is gone out throughout all the earth. Their words to the end of the world. In them has he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoices as a strong man to run a race. All this glory and beauty. And all of it is just making one statement. Look how great and grand Yahweh is. Behold, your Elohim. It says, his going forth is from the end of the heaven, his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. Now watch this. The law of Yahweh is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of Yahweh is sure, making wise the simple. The statutes of Yahweh are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of Yahweh is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of Yahweh is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of Yahweh are true and righteous altogether. And watch this. More to be desired are they than gold. We want gold. But Yahweh said, listen, you missing out on the real gold when you're chasing after that yellow gold. And you're trying to get that gold. That's you wasting your time. The gold, that's not your exceeding great reward. Yahweh is. Yeah, they're much fine gold. You can have all the gold in the world, but what do it mean and amount up to? Can you have yourself more sons than, can you have sons that just multiply like the stars of heaven with all that gold? Can you give yourself long, everlasting life with all that gold? Can you have assurance of tomorrow when you go to sleep and wake up with all that gold? Can you have assurance of your children's lives when they go out in the world with all this gold? No. But Yahweh is your shield, and he is your insurance. Yahweh is your exceeding great reward. He's your blessing. He's your increasing. But you want to chase after the gold. More to be desired are they than gold. Yeah, they're much fine gold. Sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. And watch this. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned. By what? By the statutes, the commandments, the testimonies, the fear of Yah, the laws. You're warned, which means you're taught by it. You're enlightened by it. You opened up to a whole nother world by these things. When you look up this word warned, you're enlightened and you're taught. And it says, and in keeping of them, there is a great reward. Keeping of these, it's a great reward. That's why when the Sabbath day come around, I don't understand. The Sabbath day come around, we should be ready to show up and show out. Give the Almighty our full attention. Give the Almighty our full honor. Give the Almighty our full blessing. There's a great reward in keeping of them. Look what it says in the book of Malachi, the 3rd chapter. Life is going to come at you and it's going to get in your way. But when you're resilient for the Almighty, you said, listen, this is the test. I'm about to truck over these things. I'm about to leap over these things. I'm about to juke these things, and I'm going to show up for the Almighty. Because there is no greater reward for me than showing up for the Almighty. I can't put a measure on the blessing that Yahweh is for me. I can't put a measure on my own life and the blessing of my life. And Yahweh is my life. I can't put no measure on that. So you can't put a measure on how great it is to show up for the Almighty. In Malachi, the 3rd chapter, look what it says. The 13th verse. Your words have been stout against me, says Yahweh. Your words. And Yahweh hears your words. He hears the words that you speak in your mind. He hears the words that you speak in your heart. He hears the words that you speak out of your mouth. And a lot of times you don't even understand the language that your heart is speaking, because your heart is deceitful and desperately wicked. So your heart will have you all confused, speaking a language that you can't even understand, speaking a language that actually singing hate songs to the Almighty. And you think they love songs to the Almighty. And you vibing and you dancing to these songs that your heart will sing. But these dances are hate. You dancing to hate songs. And you showing the Almighty that you hate him and that you want none of him. This is why the Almighty said, how long are you going to love vanity? You can't do both. You can't love the Almighty and then love vanity at the same time. When you truly love the Almighty, you're going to begin to hate vanity. This is why King Solomon said, vanity of vanity, all is vanity. And all the vanity, King Solomon laid it down the best, and he told us, it ain't nothing but a vexation. It's a vexation. It's something that is going to irritate you, get on your nerves, and it really just make life feel like, why? Why am I here? Why is this here? This is just complete madness. That's what vanity is at the end of the day. It's a vexation. It's madness. It's foolishness. It's vanity. And Yahweh is too great. He's exceedingly great to be sitting here looking at vanity when you can look at Yah. Talking about vanity, you can talk about Yah. And Yahweh got so many things, so many good things that you can talk about, that you can read about, that you can think about, and it all leads back to him. But no, we caught up in vanity. And he said, your word's been stout against me, says Yah. Yeah, you say, what have we spoken so much against thee? You don't you say that because you in your mind, you think that, man, I ain't said nothing against the Almighty. I ain't say this and I ain't say that. But Yahweh says, yes, you did. Just like our mother laughed. And he said, yes, you did. I ain't laughed. Yes, you did laugh. Because you laughed in your heart. And I heard you laugh. Yahweh said, your word's been stout against me because your actions speaking every day. Your thoughts are speaking every day. Your heart is speaking every day. And you done spoke stout words against me. And we sitting here confused, talking about what have we spoken so much against thee? And look what Yahweh says. Ye have said. This is what you say. 9.9 times out of 10 of us, you got to know you falling right here in this boat. You are the one. We are the ones telling the Almighty this on a daily basis, from the rise of the sun to the going down of the same. This is what you are saying to the Almighty. Ye have said, it is vain to serve Elohim. It's vain. I got bills to pay. I don't have no time to serve the Almighty. I got goals to reach. I don't have no time to serve the Almighty. I got a party to go to. I don't got time to serve the Almighty. I got a wedding to go to. I got this to go to. I got that to go to. I got this to do. I got that to do. And I got this to do. And I got that to do. I don't have no time to serve the Almighty. And at the end of the day, I don't see no great importance on why I should sacrifice these things that I need to do or I want to do. Why do I need to sacrifice these things just to serve the Almighty? Why I got to make these sacrifices? I don't see no fruit in it. It's vain. Taking an hour out of my day to listen to a program. Taking an hour out of my day to go to the sanctuary to help start the show for the program. Or taking an hour out of my day to do this for this elder. And this person, that just doing these things that what you call serving the Almighty. This thing is vain. And yes, this is what we speak to the Almighty. What profit is it that we have kept his ordinance? Ain't no profit in it. We keep his ordinance, and that we have walked mournfully before Yahweh of hosts. And yes, when you walk with the Almighty of hosts, Yahweh of hosts, when you walk with him, you walking mournfully. You know why you walking mournfully? Because your heart is desperately wicked, and therefore you have to deny yourself. You have to deny the inner conversation that your heart would try to have with you, that will have with you. And you say, no, I'm about to give glory to Yah. And you know what? A lot of times it's going to be suffering because you hungry and you want to eat, or everybody partying and having a good time and you want to too. But no, you laboring in Yah's judgments. You laboring Yah's laws, testimonies, statutes. That's what you're doing. The Almighty, when you walk with him, he will whip you up and snatch you up and turn you up into a whole nother life. You don't have no time for these parties and dances. You don't have no time for these vanities. You're like, man, is it about all business? Yes, all business. All business. And when it's time to rejoice, it's going to be time to rejoice. But you don't realize Yahweh is the exceeding great reward. You can party now, but then you gone later. You gone. But the people that's putting their stock in the Almighty, they here now and they here later. They ain't partying now, but they going to be partying later. They going to be having a good time later, because Yahweh is their exceeding great reward. So yes, you might think it's vain to walk mournfully before Yah, meaning you got to take on all the burdens. You got to take on all the righteousness. You got to be the one that the oddball out, because you making certain sacrifices. And you really trying to walk that walk with the Almighty and live that life with the Almighty. And people might call you over righteous. They might call you this and that and turn their nose up against you. But it's not vain to serve the Almighty. Matter of fact, it's the only thing that ain't vain. Everything else is vanity. That's why it was a must for me to get here tonight. Just have to be real with you. I had to be here tonight because what else would I be doing with my time right now? Yes, preparing for my Sabbath, tomorrow, getting my house together, but this word got to go out. I am a servant of the Almighty. He has commissioned me. He has put his words in my mouth. And no matter what's going on in my day, I have to make sure I get my job done for the Almighty. And this ain't nothing but a blessing for me. It's a blessing to do it, but then it's a blessing to come. because I just know how Yahweh works. I know how Yahweh is. Show up for him, and then he going to do what? Show up for you. Praise the mighty Yah. Take you to Deuteronomy, the 6th chapter. Yahweh is not going to be your exceeding great reward unless you're like Abraham. Abraham was a man that believed in the Almighty, which means what? You can't believe in the Almighty unless you serve in the Almighty. That's how you show you believe in the Almighty. You start serving the Almighty. That's why he said, man, look, this guy right here, I delight in this man. He serves me. He keeps my charge, my laws, my commandments, my judgments. So you think Abraham had a relationship with the poor? Yes, he did. You can't walk with the Almighty and not have a relationship with the poor, with the fatherless, for the widows. Look what it says in Deuteronomy, the 6th chapter. You want the exceeding great reward like Abraham? You want to be like Abraham? You want Yahweh to be your exceeding great reward? Look what it says in Deuteronomy, the 6th chapter, the 4th verse. Excuse me. Verse 1. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, the judgments, which Yahweh your Elohim commanded to teach you, that you might do them in the land whither you go to possess it, that thou mightest fear Yahweh thy Elohim. That's not one, you got to fear Yah, which means you reverence the Almighty. You esteem him to the highest esteem. You put Yahweh on the highest pedestal of your life, and you make him the most honorable thing going. There's nothing that comes before him, period. And we have to make those statements to the Almighty. I'm not about to get up in the morning and put water in my mouth first. I'm not about to get up in the morning and put food in my mouth first. I'm not about to get up in the morning and just get to my pleasures first. That's an abominable day. And we all done had them abominable days. I can't stand them kind of days when I live like that. When you wake up and you get to doing this, that, and the other, and you didn't praise Yah, you didn't thank the Almighty and give him the most easiest sacrifice you can give him, and that's render the calves of your lips and say, thank you, Yahweh, for waking me up. Praise you, Yahweh, and please, Yah, be with me today. Be with me today so I can be encouraged and inspired to do a great work for you today, so I can do something that's pleasing in your sight today. Put Yahweh on your mind as soon as you get up. But no, this is not how we want to live. Yahweh is not the exceeding great reward. We're not trying to walk with the Almighty like that and be close with the Almighty like that. No, we want to be like the heathens. We want to be like everybody else that has no relationship with the Almighty. So they don't have these burdens of trying to walk with the Almighty. They can just wake up and go. They can wake up and do whatever they want to do. But look what it says, that thou mightest fear Yahweh thy Elohim, to keep all his statutes, his commandments, which I command thee, thou, thy son's sons, all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily. You're going to increase mightily. You're going to have sons, you're going to have daughters, and you're going to have everything you need to be a great people. And you're going to increase mightily if you got the fear of Yahweh with you, and you observing to do these things that I'm telling you to do. I'm giving you the greatest thing you can possess. That's my statutes, my commandments, my judgments. And watch what it says. Hear therefore, O Israel, observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, that thou mayest increase mightily, as Yahweh Elohim of thy fathers have promised thee, in the land that floweth with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel. That's what you should be doing. Hear. Are you hearing? Most people not hearing. Most people not listening. Most people are not inclining their ears. They are hearing and listening and inclining their ears, but not to the inspiration of the Almighty, not to the words of the Almighty. The pen of the scribes is written in vain. Yahweh got ministers and will put his words in their mouth, but for the people, that's vain. How many programs do you catch? How many programs are you missing? It's vain that we get up here. No, it's not vain at all. This is from the inspiration of the Almighty. It says, "Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our Elohim is one. And thou shalt love Yahweh thy Elohim with all thine heart." You have to ask yourself, do I love the Almighty with all my heart? I mean, literally, with all my heart. Do I love Yah? You should love the Almighty with all your heart, especially when he is your exceeding great reward. And not only that, he said, I'm your shield and your exceeding great reward. And the shield of Yah, there is nothing. Yahweh said there's no weapon formed that can prosper against thee. None. A weapon that come in the form of a virus or a weapon that come in the form of a bomb. It has no prosperity against you. These things is laughable to the Almighty. This is a laughing stock to the Almighty. Yahweh said, thou should love Yah. You should love Yah. Thy Elohim with all thine heart. With all your heart. Not half of it. And that's what we're doing. We're giving Yahweh half our heart. And we think we're going to get by with that. And we sitting here wondering why we really don't possess true happiness. We really ain't truly fulfilled and truly blessed. And things ain't going our way. It says, love Yahweh thy Elohim with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy might. All your might. You're going to have to push through your problems. You're going to have to push through your issues. You're going to have to push through your tiredness. Because you trying to love the Almighty, you're showing your love, and you're going to serve the Almighty with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Yahweh don't deserve nothing else. Anything less is an abomination. Like they say, 99 won't do, and that's just the truth. It just ain't going to do at the end of the day. Because Yahweh deserves 100. He deserved to hold you. And what Yahweh want is your heart, to love him. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart. Because if you won't have the word of the Almighty, you will never know the love of the Almighty. You will never be able to display the love of the Almighty. The love of the Almighty is null and void without his words. So don't come to me and tell me to explain Yahweh without his word. You mean to tell me you want me to put Yah's word down and then talk about Yah? No. This is something that that's an absolute no. I never knew a question can be worthy of just an absolute, don't even answer, don't even entertain it. It's the most asinine question. And this is no disrespect to none of our brothers and sisters. But I got to be honest and tell you the truth. That's an asinine question. That is a ridiculous question. Because once you know how beautiful, how blessed, and how important the word of the Almighty is, you wouldn't even fix your lips. You wouldn't even fix the lips in your mind, the thought in your mind to even consider putting Yah's word down to talk about Yah. Matter of fact, the Almighty said this word shall not depart from you. It shall not depart out of your mouth all the days of your life. But look what it says. These words, which I command thee this day, shall be in thy heart. Is they in your heart? Or is your favorite rapper in your heart? Your favorite singer in your heart? and you know all they songs, and you know all they music and CDs and all they songs. But what about Yahweh's songs? What about his statutes and judgments, that sweet melodies? Thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house. What you talking about in your house? When thou walkest by the way. What you talking about when you walk by the way? When thou liest down. What you talking about when you lying down? And when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thy eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the posts of thy house and on thy gates. Hallelujah. The word of Yahweh has to be our everything. Our everything. Look what it says in the book of 2 Chronicles, the 15th chapter. That's why Yahweh said, I desire mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of Elohim more than burnt offerings. And we can burn burnt offerings every day for the Almighty, morning and evening, because I rise up, I'm doing something better than burnt offerings, because when I rise up, I got the knowledge of Elohim on my mind. I got the knowledge of Elohim in my hands. I got the knowledge of Elohim in my tongue. And then the evening time is going down, I got the knowledge of Elohim with me again. And so I'm burning morning and evening sacrifices for the Almighty. That's better than burnt offerings. How many nights do you burn the midnight oil just reading Yah's word, studying Yah's word, getting the inspiration of Yahweh in you? How many hours? It says in the book of 2 Chronicles, the 15th chapter. He said, ye should observe all these words to do it. 2 Chronicles, the 15th chapter. Look what it says in verse 1. The spirit of Elohim came upon Azariah, the son of Oded. The spirit of Elohim, the spirit of the Almighty, the one that created the heavens, the earth, the seas, and all that in them is his spirit. Yeah, his spirit. He went out to meet Asa and said unto him, hear ye me, Asa, and all Yehudah and Benjamin. Oh, I'm about to listen up, man. This man got the spirit of Yahweh upon him. I'm wide awoke and I'm fully listening. He said, Yah is with you while you be with him. Yahweh is with you while you be with him. That's good to know. Because all I got to do is put on my mind, I'm with the Almighty. And if you're with the Almighty, it's going to show that you're with the Almighty. But you know when you're not with the Almighty, don't you? You know when you're not with him. You know when you ain't with him. You know why? Because you're picking up vanity. You're doing vanity. And your mind is on vanity. So you know, you got all this vanity going on, then you know you're not with the Almighty. But he's with you while you be with him. And if you seek him, which means you ask for him, you beg for him, you pray for him, you laboring for him. That's what seek him means. He will be found of you. But if you forsake him, he will forsake you. The Almighty just bad and just you forsook the Almighty. And you didn't think he was going to forsake you? You thought just because you said praise Yah that you was about to just get yourself this exceeding great reward? You thought that you wasn't about to be in the same boat as the rest of the wicked just because you said praise Yah? That ain't how it works. The Almighty wants servants that really believe in him. And if you really believe in him, you're going to keep his charge, his laws, his commandments, his statutes, and his judgments. And Yahweh is going to be your delight. And which means you're going to delight in his word. You're going to be in it morning and evening, every single day and every night. You ain't missing no programs. You ain't missing, you're not missing. Yahweh said, incline your ear and hear, and your soul gonna live. Watch what it says further. Now for a long season, Israel has been without true Elohim, without a teaching priest, and without knowledge. Without law. Yeah, long said they don't have a true Elohim, which means they don't have the knowledge of Elohim. They don't have it. And because Yahweh didn't give them a teaching priest, is this talking about a Levite? No, this is talking about a teaching priest. You don't have to be a Levite just to be a priest. Everybody's caught up on the Levite. And if you're not a Levite, then you can't even be a priest. Well, why did the Almighty say we should be a nation of priests? Why did Yahweh say King David would be a priest? Why did Yahweh make Melchizedek a priest? And people want to say, well, you can't serve the Almighty because you don't have a priest. Ain't we all supposed to be priests? You can't keep the Sabbath day because you don't have a priest. You can't pay your tithes because you don't have a priest. We can't do nothing because we don't have priests. Well, at least we know that you're not one. You're not a priest. Because as a man thinketh, so is he. Now me, I speak for myself. I, Naphtali Israel, I am a priest. I'm a priest of the Almighty. That's my job, that's my portion, and that's who I am. Am I a Levitical priest? I don't know. I don't know what tribe I'm from. But I am a priest. I am one of y'all's priests. It says, without a teaching priest, without law, but when they in their trouble did turn unto Yahweh Elohim of Israel. And when it say without law, without instruction. So you got a teaching priest and you got the true Elohim, you're going to have instructions. That's what the law is. It's instruction. The law is wisdom, and you're going to hide this into your midst. What we supposed to be doing today? Sitting around spinning our wheels, twiddling our thumbs, and doing this and doing that, investing in this. No, the law, the truth is going to show you what you should be doing. And Yahweh done inspired us. Show mercy to the poor. Show mercy to the poor. Draw your soul out to these afflicted people. These people that you don't even realize is in these streets every single day. People that go without eating. You think it's so much, you would think it's so much food. People really not going without eating. Yes, they are. All this food and people still dying from starvation. All this food and people still going nights without eating. Even myself with a house and a refrigerator, some nights I go without eating. Because if you don't go grocery shopping in time enough, the stores is closed and you don't have nothing in there, and you going in the fridge 100 times and ain't nothing but water and butter in there. So sometimes you even go a night without eating because you didn't prepare. So if you can go a night without eating because ain't really nothing in your pantries and your fridge, what you think they going without? Yes, people suffering. People suffering. And Yahweh has let us know. That's your blessing. This is your opportunity to purge your iniquities. This is your opportunity to get the glory of Yah. This is your opportunity to get your reward. It says, in those times there was no peace to him that went out, nor him that came in, but great vexations were upon all the inhabitants of the countries, and nation was destroyed of nation, and city of city, for Elohim did vex them with all adversity. But watch this. He says, be ye strong, therefore, and let not your hands be weak. Because when you got the Spirit of the Almighty now, and you got the law with you now, the true Elohim with you now, you got a teaching priest now you got your work cut out now. Now it ain't a bunch of vexation. No, it's a bunch of truth, which is going to bring work. Now it's time to get to business. All this vanity, all this vexation is over. It's time to get to business. And he said, be strong and let your hands not be weak, for your work shall be rewarded. You have to know your work is going to be rewarded. The Almighty is a just Elohim. He's not about to have people serving him and he's not going to reward them. There's an exceeding great reward in serving the Almighty. And I know your heart, and I know your thoughts, because the Almighty has told me the secrets that you say it's vain to serve the Almighty. I've said it even myself, even when I don't even know I'm saying it, but my actions done showed the Almighty. My heart done spoke to the Almighty. My wickedness done spoke to the Almighty. Oh, son, you think it's vain to serve me, huh? This is why you will do all these things and then you won't even show it for me. All these things is more important. And you just going to drop the ball on me. No. There's nothing more important than the Almighty. And it says, so he said, listen, don't let your hands be weak. It's time to be strong. Your work is going to be rewarded. And here it is. We got our work cut out for us this winter, as we did last winter, but even turning it up a notch by going to these cities. Even trying to prepare yourself to get to the city is tiresome. It's wearisome. And you sit back and think, like, why am I doing this? What kind of change am I really making? I go out here and feed, go all the way to Chicago for what? To feed, even if I do feed 100 people. What kind of statement am I really making? What kind of change am I really making? And the truth is, maybe you're not making a big change. That's only one day. But then what they going to do the next day? How they going to eat the next day? But I praise Yah, we trying to pass out coats, hats, gloves. That way the next day they still got the blessing on them. And then the next day, and then about time, the whole winter, that blessing was upon them. It was on their hands, their head, their back, their feet. Because we trying to bless as many as people as we can. We can't feed them every day, but we can give them something that they can use every day. And that's beautiful change. But when you serve Yahweh through knowledge, you know it ain't about the change that you're really making. It's about the work that you're putting in. It's about believing in the Almighty and then allow him to shine upon you. In closing out, just a couple more scriptures. In the book Isaiah, the 40th chapter. Isaiah, the 40th chapter. It reads, the 5th verse, the glory of Yah shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together, for the mouth of Yahweh has spoken it. And the voice said, cry, and he said, what shall I cry? All flesh is grass, all the goodliness thereof is as the flower of the field. The grass withers, the flower fades, because the spirit of Yahweh bloweth upon it. Surely the people is grass. Grass withers, the flower fades, but the word of our Elohim shall stand forever. Now watch this. O Zion, that brings good tidings. You bring good tidings. There is none good but Yah. That's one good thing that the Christ of the New Testament said in that devilish book. He said, why call me good? There's none good. When a brother came to him and said, good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? And this is what we should be asking our masters today, our teachers today. What good thing should I do that I can have eternal life? I want to live forever. If I ain't living forever, Well, what is all this for then? But he said, well, don't call me good. There's only one good, and that's the Almighty. But if you want to live forever, then keep his commandments. What good tidings you have, unless you bringing me some inspiration that's going to draw me near to my King, the one that is the source of my life. I breathe the breath of his spirit. What good tiding are you bringing me if it's not something that is of him, that's going to bring me to him, that's going to enlighten me in my path and my walk with him, that's going to cause me to do work for him? What good tiding do you have? Well, he said, O Zion, that brings good tidings. Get thee up into the high mountain, O Jerusalem, that brings good tidings. Lift up thy voice with strength. Lift it up. Be not afraid. Say unto the cities of Yehuda. Say unto your brothers and sisters. Tell to Israel. Tell the nation of Israel. Tell them all. Behold, your Elohim. You wasting your time. Man, look at them heavens. Look at these mountains. Look at the oceans. Look at how great Yahweh is. He's so great. If he can do these things, and I know if he has done these things, you can't even imagine what the Almighty can do for you. Behold your Elohim. Put down the vanity. I don't care about this vanity no more. This vanity is foolish. This vanity is nothing. It's done. They can have a house. They can have a car. They can have the money. They can have the gold. They can have all this foolishness. They can have their credit scores. They can have it all. Take it. All I need is my Yahweh. All I want is my Yahweh. That's it. And therefore, I'm going to be with my Yah. That's how we should be thinking and talking. So I'm going to rise in the morning and have Yahweh on my mind. And I'm going to go down and have Yahweh on my mind. And I'm going to talk about the Almighty. And I'm going to inspire myself to have my days in living in the inspiration of Yahweh. Get close to his sanctuary. And I don't have to worry about getting paid for nothing. The glory of Yah is going to be my reward. That's going to be my reward. Yahweh going to deliver me. I don't know how he going to deliver me, but he is. That's how we got to know. Yahweh going to bless me. I don't know how he going to bless me, but he is. Because I cleave unto the Almighty. Are you cleaving to the Almighty? Are you walking with the Almighty? Is he at all your thoughts? Is he your exceeding great reward that you spending hours and laboring for every single day? Oh, he's looking down, and you ask yourself, what is Yahweh doing now? Look, watch this. Watch what it says in this. Say to your cities, behold your Elohim. You looking at the wrong things. 10th verse. Behold, Yahweh Elohim will come with strong hand. His arm shall rule for him. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work is before him. His reward is with him, and his work is before him. He shall feed his flock like a shepherd. He shall gather the lambs with his arms and carry them in his bosom, and shall gently lead those that are with young. Who's measured the waters in the hollow of his hands, and measured out the heavens with a span, comprehended the dust of the earth in a measure, and weighed the mountains in scales? That's what you got to be looking at and putting on your mind. The hills in a balance. Who's directed his spirit? The spirit of Yah, or being his counselors, taught him. The nations are a drop in a bucket. This 15th verse. And are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing, because Yahweh's so great. You look at these islands, and it's so great. You look at these nations, and it's so great. And you look at the grandness of these nations and their glory. But this is nothing to the Almighty. It's absolutely nothing to him. Lebanon is not even sufficient to burn. The beast thereof is not sufficient for a burnt offering. You really think this stuff is sufficient for the Almighty? You don't know how great he is. He said, to whom then will you liken Elohim? Or what likeness will you compare unto him? Can't compare nothing to the Almighty. In closing out, let's skip down. He says, the 25th verse, to whom then will you liken me, or shall I be equal, says the Holy One. He's the Holy One. There is none like him. He is the only one of his kind. He's a wonder within himself. He says, lift up your eyes on high and behold who has created these things. The one that created these things, don't you want to be with him? Don't you want to have a relationship with him, and where he will come to you and tell you, I'm your exceeding great reward? It's yours. I'm yours. I'm yours. I want the Almighty to be mine. But when I call on the Almighty, he's right there. I don't even have to call. It's already done before you even call. Can you imagine the Almighty going to his cupboards and say, son, I got a gift for you. Open that box. What can you can't, whatever in that box, I'm going to have to run me 10 miles down the street first and come back, because I know when I open up that box, it's going to blow me away. Whatever Yahweh got for me, Yahweh is not just no anything. He said, man, lift up your eyes on high, behold who's created these things, that bringeth out their hosts by number. He calleth them all by names, by the greatness of his might. For that he is strong in power, not one faileth. And why says thou, O Jacob, and speakest, O Israel? My way is hid from my Yah, and my judgment is passed over from my Elohim. You can't say this. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting Elohim, Yahweh, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary, and there is no searching of his understanding? He gives power to the faint, and to them that has no might, he increases strength. Even to the youths shall faint and be weary, and young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon Yah shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as the eagles. They shall run and not be weary. Can you imagine that? You run and you don't even get tired. You can just keep running and running and running and running and running. Duracell batteries don't have nothing on you, because even those die. Even those faint. Even those fall. But Yahweh said, nah, not when I bless you. You're not going to be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Hallelujah. We investing in the wrong things, people. Our investment should be all the way in Yah. I don't care what's going on. We got to turn up for the Almighty Yah. And that's why this Feeding the Poor tour, the fast of Yah, we're going to keep going strong and hard. And guess what? There's no guessing. The path ahead of us, we got to be courageous. And we can't be dismayed, and we're going to be courageous. We won't be dismayed. We're going to get the job done, and it's a hard feat. It's a hard job, but when it's all said and done, I have no doubt that it's going to be glorious in the eyes of the Almighty, because the inspiration comes from him. It's lit up all over his word. You can't go wrong with it. Mercy and truth. That's all it's about. So with that being said, I'd like to thank Yahweh and praise Yahweh for giving me this great opportunity, and praising and blessing his holy and righteous name. Praise Yahweh for all those that indulge with me this evening. Yahweh is righteous, Yahweh is holy, and let Yahweh be magnified. Shalom.
If you know you fear Yah, then you're walking his ways. Love Yah, serve Yah with all of your heart and soul. I strive to place Yah in my forefronts. But we've been raised by the storefronts, drinking judgment junk, 40 smoking blunts, sipping and smoking, kept us from wishing and hoping the day they're yoking. They protesting from Hong Kong to Oakland, igniting the day of Yah is encroaching. So the way of Yah I'm approaching by walking in the statutes and commandments and staying clear of the spiritual bandits. 400 ending, no better way we could have planned it. It's all prophetic, so please understand it. Soon people will be famished, seeking Yah all over the planet. Salvation is near and Babylon will vanish.
If you know you fear Yah, then you're walking His ways. Love Yah, serve Yah with all of your heart and soul. If you know you fear Yah, then you're walking His ways. Love Yah, serve Yah with all of your heart and soul. If you know you fear Yah, then you're walking His ways. Love Yah, serve Yah with all of your heart and soul. There's no other way I wanna walk in, a perfect way, with the spirit of the fear of Yahweh. Israel's a servant and not a homeborn slave. America's been the land of our graves. All of us is confused, manipulated, ridiculed, and abused. Toy with and used, heart is bruised, sold on the ghost and worshiping cartoons. We even shook from a bada boom. Fake noise and fake news, fake results. But Yahweh's a true result and resolution, the true revolt and revolution. When we stand as Yah's army, embracing the conclusion to all men, keeping the word of Yah with all our heart and soul, and no one else has us under their control. If you know you fear Yah, then you're walking His ways. Love Yah, serve Yah with all of your heart and soul. If you know you fear Yah, then you're walking His ways. Love Yah, serve Yah with all of your heart and soul. If you know you fear Yah, then you're walking His ways. Love Yah, serve Yah with all of your heart and soul.